the government of Jamaica has increased the duty-free threshold for imported goods and for personal household items. Jamaicans who import goods from overseas are now able to save more money. But how will these changes benefit Jamaicans and improve our economy? Hi, I'm Shaquille Rochester Shorter and welcome to Finance Matters. Joining us today to discuss this is Mr. Kedon Dennis, Manager for Air Cargo at the Jamaica Customs Agency. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow the Ministry of Finance on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, LinkedIn, and now Threads to see all the episodes and highlights. Mr. Dennis, thank you for being on our program today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so explain to us what the increase in the de minimis threshold from $50 to $100 means for Jamaicans shopping online or importing items.
Well, as for the 1st of April 2024, the government increased the de minimis threshold from $50 to $100. What this means is that persons importing items below the value of $100 will pay absolutely no duty.
So tell us about the increase now in the passenger allowance.
Well, as you rightfully say, the passenger allowance was also increased from $500 to $1,000. What it means is that traveling passengers over the age of 18 is entitled to this allowance, and it can be used for luggage accompanying them or any item that was shipped 2 months prior or 2 months after their arrival.
So since we have these increases, have there been an increase in the custom fee?
Well, luckily, there's no increase in the custom fee.
Okay.
But what persons need to remember is that for the de minimis regime, once the value of the goods exceed the de minimis value, which is $100, then full duty is charged on the amount and not just the excess.
So what's the word on the street now? I know that Jamaica Customs Agency has been in the streets and they're getting feedback. What are customers saying? Have you seen an uptake in the number of items being imported?
Well, generally persons are ecstatic for the increase. From where I sit at the airport, I can definitely say there's been an increase in the amount of goods that we see.
But what does that really mean for our Jamaican economy?
Well, more goods will mean persons have greater access to items. They can sit at home, shop, enjoy their shopping, and don't worry about paying custom duty once these items fall below the de minimis regime.
Yes, because we now can shop more and buy more items and import more items and live a better and more comfortable life. I am happy that we have this increase.
We are all happy.
I can imagine, right? So what should Jamaicans though remember when they're importing goods?
So generally, duties are charged on the total CIF value of the item. That is the cost of the item plus the insurance plus the freight. However, under the de minimis regime, the FOB value is used. So once the FOB value and the FOB value speaks to the value of the item before insurance and freight is added, once the FOB value is below $100, then no duties will be charged.
So finally, tell us 3 things quickly that we should remember in light of these changes.
1, once the value of the item exceeds the de minimis value, which is $100, then full duty will be charged on the total value of the item and not the excess. 2, passengers traveling over the age of 18 is entitled to the $1,000 personal allowance. And 3, this allowance can only be used for personal items and not for commercial.
Well, thank you, Mr. Dennis, for coming on our program and telling us about these increases.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you for joining us on this episode of Finance Matters. Remember to follow us on social media at MOF Jamaica and tune in next week as we continue to demystify the economic and fiscal policies and initiatives implemented by the government to empower Jamaicans as we chart a path to Jamaica's economic prosperity.